Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Tonight is Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. So 2/25/25. Wow. Um, I am here in beautiful Cliffside Park, New Jersey, across the Hudson from my apartment. And tonight we have two very special guests. They're great friends of ours, Wendy-Lane Bailey and Laurie Towers. Leo, hit that promo.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Who I am.
Hi, welcome back. We're so glad you're here. So, we have a lot to cover tonight, and it's good stuff. It's all good stuff. And it's empowerment night. We have so many great things happening. So, there's a lot of upheaval in the world, not at all ignoring that. But what I find, and I find it to be a great comfort, is that people, my friends, anyway, most people I know that are creative are creating in great volume and great intensity, and there's a lot of amazing things happening. So, with that said, Leo, why don't you join me, my friend, if you can? I wanted to mention before we bring our first guest on, Wendy-Lane Bailey, who's involved in so many things. Look at speaking of involved in so many things. What we do without Leo Rodriguez. So Danielle has joined us. Wait, Twinkie, I can't give you any snacks. This is my food for the show. Twinkie is Judy's dog. She's the cutest thing in the world, but she sometimes wants my snacks. Where is she? Let me see if I can. There is she. You see her behind me?
Hi, Twinkie.
She's literally waiting for snacks. I have no snacks to give you, Twinks. But anyway, so what Leo and I were just talking about a little while ago is we want to send a wonderful fly high on musical angel wings to Roberta Flack, who passed away yesterday. If you don't know who Roberta Flack is, you certainly know her songs. Killing Me Softly is probably her most famous, and First Time Ever I Saw Your Face from the movie Misty. Play Misty for me. Right? First time ever I saw your face. But she did so many duets with Donny Hathaway, so much amazing music. And as a matter of fact, she lived at the Dakota on 72nd Street.
Oh, really?
Yes, which I just found out yesterday, which makes total sense because she used to spend a lot of time at Sugar Bar, which is owned by Valerie Simpson. And one of their managers, Darius, he comes into the duplex on Wednesday nights lots of times. And they just had something for Roberta. They just had a celebration recently. And so I guess she used to just get in a cab and go down there. How cool. That's how cool New York is, because Sugar Bar is on the other end of 72nd Street. It's on West End, as opposed to.
She was an English professor, correct? If I remember correctly, when she got discovered, when that song came to pass.
I believe you're right, but I don't know as much as you do about it. I just remember that, and this is my Roberta Flack memory, that when I was 10, I auditioned for a children's theater company at Tufts College. And you had to you could either pay for the course, which was like a 6-week theater course, or you could audition for it and get a scholarship. And I auditioned for it, and I didn't have anything ready. Like they said, do you have music? Do you have sheet? I didn't even know what sheet music was. My little Italian mother brought me in. So they said, can you sing anything a cappella? And that was my favorite song at the time, Killing Me Softly. So that was my audition number, and I did get it.
Killing me softly with his song.
I got the scholarship because of that song. So I always remember that was my first audition song.
Killing me softly with his song.
Oh no, this troublemaker. This is Adam Sank. He is Mr. February in our 2025 calendar. We still have calendars, and if you don't know what they are, they're called Nothing But the Apron calendars. And what we do is we get our friends. Here's Kelvin Moonlow. I saw him last night. he was Mr. January this year. He's so talented and so adorable and delicious. I love Kelvin. So I saw him last night. He's Mr. January. And of course, oh no, that's Mr. March. He'll be next week. That's Will.
Woo!
But, or as my cleaning lady says when she saw him, ay que guapo. So anyway, but that is Adam Sank. If you want calendars, they're only $12 and they're great quality. You can fit them in your bag or backpack, or you can hang them on the wall. And this is a great, great item. So I have a bunch left. If you want them, let me know. Yes, Leo.
They get you hot, but then you just fold them up and you pan yourself.
Oh, and Leo helps choose all the pictures that they submit. He boils it down to one. So
let me
Leo.
tell you, the first time ever I saw their.
Oh boy, yep. Anyway, let's see. We have Danielle has joined us. Danielle Alexandria Alchemy is our friend. She's a lovely human being. She just happens to be an incredible psychic, spiritual medium, past life regressionist. She does spirit animal readings. If you want to employ her services, you can go and book a session with at Danielle Alchemy. I'm sorry, DanielleAlexandriaAlchemy.com. And there are many, many things you can choose. They're all wonderful. And oh shit, so I'm just talking about Danielle and something always. I'm talking about the psychic thing, and my light just literally, Danielle, you would probably.
Who's the pranker? Is it?
My grandmother. My grandmother was.
Grandmother.
Yes, my grandmother, Liberuccia. She was the practical joker. I'm sure that was her just now laughing her head off because that's what she used to do.
She followed you to Jersey.
My cousin Rena would know that it was naughty, Rena. All right, so, and I was talking to Danielle. So go and check out DanielleAlexandriaAlchemy.com and get yourself a session or buy one for somebody you really love, because nothing says I love you as a gift of peace of mind. So I think it's a great gift.
I think since we're going to be talking a lot tonight, maybe we should let everybody know this now so we can get it up there and everything. So before we forget at the end, because I know we're going to be talking so much with Laurie.
Yeah.
Our 202-224-3121.
Fantastic. Okay. What is this number? Write it down or take a screenshot. 202-224-3121. That is the switchboard for the government. And you can ask for your senator or congressman. And please do. Lots of times if it's during the 8 to 5 and 9 to 5, they will answer. Somebody will answer the phone, a secretary or someone. If not, you can leave a message. Please leave a message of your choice, no matter how you want to phrase it. Be polite, but be stern. Remember, we vote for them, so they listen to us, or they should. And I'm urging our Republican friends to do it, because Democrats tend to be very vocal and all that, and it doesn't matter. There's so many independents, and it doesn't matter whose side you're on. Because I said this to Laurie earlier. I think we're really starting to meet in the middle quite a bit over the things that are scaring us anyway. So please, please, please go and take that number down and leave a message, 202-224-3121. Tell them you don't want to lose Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and all the wonderful services that we have. And whatever else
right, Al?
you wanna. And remember, I have to say this, because if I don't, I'll be upset at myself. All this focus on getting rid of trans. Whoever's doing that is obsessed with that. But let me tell you what that is. It's just a distraction, because these poor trans people, and we know so many of, they're just lovely human beings that are not bothering anybody. So, but here's what it's really about. They're less than 1% of the population. But boy, they put a lot of emphasis on that. Guess why? So you won't watch what they're doing. It's kind of like, look at that, while they're stealing your money. So while they're trying to take your rights, while they're changing things behind your back. So please, please go and do that. Enough with the distractions. I also want to, the 3 companies that are the companies you should not patronize, because they are the most connected to the Heritage Foundation, are Coors, Bush, Walmart, and Exxon. So I think you can live without those three companies. There are other alternatives. Please, that's you hit them in the wallet. That's what we do. That's what I'm going to do. One of the
And
best
anybody
companies.
out there, any uneducated person that ever thinks that there has never been gay people around, that there's never been trans people around, that there's never been, you're wrong. We've been here since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere.
I don't
We're
think it
gonna be
really,
here.
listen, I don't really think it bothers as many people as they like us to think it does. I think it's just a way to divide us. And if they divide us, then they can't, we don't come together to fight against and to save the things we
Yeah,
need. So let's just remember that. Right? Let's check in with Peter Feliciano. It's been forever. Hola,
Hi,
amigo.
Peter.
Hi, Peter. We love Peter Feliciano. Peter Feliciano Fine Jewelry. Peter, I have sent your beautiful piece to our friend Head Manuel Soto, who is he's in Puerto Rico right now with his mom, and he will be back soon. And when he comes back soon, I'm going to have him zoom in with his beautiful Peter Feliciano piece. He's lovely. You're going to love him. He was Mr. February last year. Was it last 2023? I want to say it was the same calendar as Elaine, so maybe 2 years ago. Maybe
Okay.
that's 2023. Right. So anyway, okay, John Pietro. The first time. So so gently moving. I agree. Kind of like on the edge of your seat. Beautiful, right? So Roberta Flack donated her Rhodes piano to the music therapy clinic where I did my internship. Wow, I didn't know that, John. It was road weary, but amazing. I love that. Rena Cugnelli Berging has joined us. Hello and happy Tuesday. Rena, I don't know if you were here when my light dropped when I was talking about Danielle, our psychic, and we have agreed that it was Nana Librucha playing a trick on us because my grandmother was a prankster for sure. So selfless, Leo. Yes.
Danielle said, laugh out loud. She's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. No, she is. My grandmother was a brat on wheels. A brat. My poor grandfather was an angel. Jill Crozian has joined us. Danielle.
Hi, Jill.
She's hilarious. Oh, Nani was very hilarious. And she thought she was the funniest thing in the world. She couldn't stop laughing. Okay. Hi, guys. It's been so long. Sorry, I've been so busy. That says Peter. Okay. So we got all our friends in. And Leo, did you want to add anything before we zoom in our wonderful guests?
Nope. I'm so curious to find out what's happening with United Solo. And
I know.
I saw Wendy's EP. I want to know. And of course, she's like a fashion icon.
She always, Wendy-Lane Bailey always is on she sets the trend. She doesn't wait for it. That's it. I love that. So it is, spring is around the corner. What does that mean? Many great things. One of the great things it means in New York is the United Solo Festival is happening, and the great things that come out of that. So should we, without further ado, bring her on?
Oh, yes, we should.
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Wendy-Lane Bailey. Yay. Hi, honey. How are you?
Hi. Oh, I'm great. I don't know if I can live up to that introduction, but I'm doing really well.
Please.
You can.
Wendy-Lane, I talked about this earlier. You are so stylish, always. And there's a chandelier behind you tonight.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm in my secret lair in the Berkshires this week because I'm a friend of mine teaches at a college up here, and so I've been working with his students this week.
That's
and
incredible.
He has lovely chandeliers.
Oh, I love it.
So we're very. I tried to, have a little sparkle so I could.
Saw that.
Match the chandelier.
Yeah, you picked that right up. So I think we should just dive right into it. So you tell, what do you do? I mean, you're like, do so much for the United Solo. So tell us about what that is and what your part in it is.
Sure. One of my many jobs and one of my main jobs right now is I am the vice artistic director for the United Solo Theater Festival. We started out doing one season every fall at Theater Row, and then about 4 years ago we added a spring season because we got so many applications from all over the world that we decided to have 2 seasons. So we are about to go into our spring season. Our first show is March 18th.
Wow.
Our last show is April 20th. That's our big closing gala.
Wow. So that's what, 5 weeks?
That's 5 weeks. And We've had, we've got over almost 4 dozen shows already. They're coming in from as far away as Nepal this spring. We've got a show from Nepal. We've got a show from Japan. We've got shows from all over the United States, and they are our our idea at United Solo is we want to show the world the vast variety of what solo theater has to offer. And so you will see comedy, you will see performance art, we have drama, we have classical, we have a version of King Lear that's told through dance.
Oh, I
We
love
have
that.
we have a version of the Oedipus myth that is told from Yocasta's point of view.
Wow.
We have some, we actually have an honest to God foreign policy pundit on the schedule. His show's called I Get No Respect: Tales of a Failed Foreign Policy Pundit.
I love it.
He works at a think tank by day, and he's a comedian by night.
That's incredible.
It is, and there are so many personal stories. I've always been passionate about solo theater because it is the place where you can bring everything that you do.
Yeah.
Usually when you're an actor, when you're a performer, you audition for a show, you can only show what they want you to see.
Right.
And the beauty with a solo piece is that you can bring all the different things that you do to
I
bear
love
in
it.
that piece.
And how
And
long what are shows different times, or
the
do
shows
they
are different
average?
lengths. We unlike a lot of theater festivals, we don't have a time limit because what we
Oh,
want
okay.
is we want to give our artists as much freedom to present the show as they see it. So we have some shows, we've had shows that are 20 minutes and that are just perfect at 20
Mm,
minutes. And then we've had shows that are 2 acts and almost 2 hours. We had a version of Hamlet, of a solo Hamlet a few years ago by an actor named Raoul Beneja from Canada, who
wow.
came out onto the stage, no props, no costumes, just himself in a chair and did Hamlet. It was amazing.
Incredible.
So we have a lot of variety. There's so much creativity in the shows. It's and right now really is a time where we need stories
I
because it's our
agree.
stories that will save us. And I'm so passionate about what we do because we are giving people every night. Oh, hi, Lynn.
Oh,
Oh,
Lynn's joined us. Let me see. Did I miss Lynn? How did I miss Lynn?
yeah, she stole a line from the Beatles.
She did. You know
She
that's
said, Wendy-Lane is in my ears and in my eyes.
oh, I
Mwah, Miss
love
Lynn.
it.
And Lynn and Susan Campanaro did their show, Doing Time with Lavinia, at
I
our
loved it. It was
festival. It was
great.
one of the big hits.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was
you
great.
know, we really feel like right now when there is so many performers are being, no, you can't tell that story. No, we want to be the place where people can come to hear all sorts of stories. And we've had stories from both sides of the aisle over the years. Um,
Yeah,
you
it's
know, we
important to
really
do that.
we really want people to have a place where they can perform. And we have a lot of LGBTQ plus themes this year. We have women's stories, we have, like I said, classical stories. A lot of them are deeply personal. Oh, that's me. We have my
Yes.
show.
So let's talk about this we'll come back to it as well. I want to
Yeah.
we'll bookend the show with it because I
Mhm.
I know that's coming up. But so you also do a show there.
Yes, because in addition to being, a presenter and a producer and anything anybody will pay me, I'm also a performer,
A
actor,
great
singer,
performer, I
writer.
might add. Yep.
Thank you. And Omar Sangari, who is our founder and our artistic director, we do this because not only do we love presenting solo shows, we're artists.
Mm-hmm.
And so we feel very strongly about having a piece in the show. So Omar directs my show. And it's in many ways because it's our big opening weekend concert, and it's dedicated to our artists because we want them to know that we know what it takes to get up there on stage, and it's this is for them really. And my show is a show called Remembering My Dreams. It is the Michelle Browerman songbook.
Beautiful. She's an
Michelle,
amazing songwriter.
yes. Many people know her from the song My Favorite Year, which has been recorded by so many people, Margaret
I
Whiting,
love that song.
Cleo
I do that
Lane,
song.
Michael
Yep.
Feinstein. But she also, with Amanda McBroom, she's written a lot of the film and television music for the Land Before Time series, and
Mm,
for Balto and for Curious George. So if you've got kids, you know a lot of her songs as well. And she is just a masterful songwriter. And
I
she's been my
agree.
music director. And she and Stefan Oberhoff produced my EP. We've got a one-off recording that we're hoping to put of, a single we're hoping to get out sometime this spring.
Beautiful.
She's an amazing, amazing talent. And so, and her songs just touch on every facet of life.
Yep.
And
I'm a
they
big fan.
speak,
I love her songwriting.
yeah,
Love it.
they speak to so many people because they are, each song is a one act play. And
Yeah.
some of them, a lot of them are songs that she's written alone, but there are also songs that she has written with her collaborators like Amanda McBroom, Adrian Russ,
Yep.
Hillary Rollins, um, Karen Gottlieb. So it's just, the show is a labor of love. We've been, this is I think this is the third or fourth time we've done it at the festival, and because we just really want it out there. We want people to hear these songs, um and we want them to experience them. They are each song is a world unto themselves.
I love that. So the United Solo starts on the 18th, you said, March 18th.
March 18th. My show is on Saturday, March 22nd.
Okay. And how do they, is there one website that covers everything and where you can find
Yes.
all the shows? Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to that.
That's unitedsolo.org. You can find everything you need to know about us, our schedule. You can find out when you can apply for our upcoming, our fall festivals coming up next. We even have a solo streaming service, so United Solo Screen, that streams solo shows.
Wow, that's
It's like a
fantastic.
Netflix for solo shows.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow, I would really, I'm going to check that out because, I work nights. So I miss so much. I miss so many of my friends' shows or great shows that I want to see. But that I could definitely do.
Yeah, it's an on-demand thing. You can
On
sign up as a
demand.
monthly member, or you can sign up. You can go on and buy an individual piece. There's some great things. There's some great student work from emerging voices, and then there are some really wonderful pieces by established artists. We've even got a piece with Sean Astin.
Wow,
If you and
cool.
for those of you who are familiar with his work, and he's done a lot of stuff, but he is in a piece on ours on solo screen. So there's some great stuff, and there's some wonderful stuff again from all over the world.
Oh, this is wonderful. And tell them where which theater it's in.
Oh, yes. That's the best part. We are at Theater Row. We're in Theater One at Theater Row. A big part of the United Solo experience is we wanted to put it in a house in the theater district, in a beautiful. We're in an 86 seat theater. Um, it's just a wonderful, if you know Theater Row, it's a complex of six theaters, and it's, you know, they provide our box office support, and they're just wonderful. It's a great venue to
And
come
it's
and see
super
solo
easy to
theater.
get to, especially if you take the
Very.
train or public transportation. It is so easy. So if you take anything into do 40 anywhere on 42nd
Yep.
Street or 34th Street, which is Penn Station, if you're coming from Jersey or it's just so easy
We're
to get
right on
to.
42nd Street between 9th and 10th. I mean, you can have a lovely dinner before or after at the reopened Laurie
Yes,
or West Bank Cafe,
yes, I
or
was
Chez
going to say,
Josephine next door.
yep,
It
two great
really is.
spots.
Yeah, it's a great spot,
And what time do the
it's
shows usually start? Are they different times?
Um, for the most part, we run on a kind of a standard theater schedule. We're dark Mondays, then we go Tuesday through Sunday. Our we do a 7 o'clock show. Often we do, especially as shows are our best-selling shows. If a show sells well, they get second performances. So often there are 8:30 performances. We have Saturday matinees. We have a matinee on Sunday, and then after the Sunday matinee at 3 o'clock, we have something we call Sunday Solo Social Room, which is an open mic.
Wow.
Um, the
Yeah, let's
and
talk about that. So this is Sundays, right?
every Sunday, except for the last Sunday, which is our gala Sunday. But so we have four of them coming up. The first one is hosted by me. The other three are hosted by Susan Campanaro as Miss Lavinia,
I love it.
and it is a lot of the festival artists come, and that's where you can see a little bit of their shows. Usually, our house staff, because all of our house staff, everybody that works at United Solo is an artist in their own right.
I
So our
love
house staff will perform, and we get people from the community that come and perform, and some people just come and watch.
I love that. That's
It
wonderful.
really is a great event, and we had such fun with it last season that
Yep.
we just had to bring it back, because it's a casual, we sit around, we visit, we watch great performances, and it's a wonderful way to be introduced to new audiences
Yeah,
or
and
new
especially
performers.
now to be around artists and to be around music and beautiful words and expression is it's the best place to be right now. It's the
It
best.
is. This is the time, as someone said, artists go to work.
Mm,
And
yeah,
this, just by being who we are and putting out the work that we put out,
yeah,
that's doing a service right now.
absolutely.
Whether it's because our work reflects the times that we're in, or even the work of making people laugh, making people smile, making people forget that they just
Yes,
spent
that's
half an
it.
hour watching a dire news report. That
Yep.
is so important right now.
Absolutely, for all our sanity and your mental health, which translates to physical health. It's very
Absolutely.
important. Because I'm one of those people that can drink a lot of news, but
Yeah.
I really offset it as much as I can. I'm lucky enough to work in the entertainment industry, so it's at my fingertips. But I always crave more.
Yeah.
Whether it's listening to audiobooks or reading or talking with other artists. I do want to shout out Victor Flores, our friend. He's the executive chef at Joe Allen, Orso,
Mm.
and Bar Centrale. And he is my friend. We worked together for a few years, and he's a lovely human. We always try to get him on the show, but his schedule is really crazy. But I know I keep saying this, Victor, but I feel like if I keep saying it, it'll happen. I'm
And
gonna
those
have
are
to.
two of my favorite places.
Oh my God!
Those are just so much fun. Every
And
time I
they're
go to either of those places, it's
Yes,
always
and
a blast.
located on 42nd Street between 9th, 8th, and 9th. So if you're
Yep.
in the theater district, you want to go before or after a show, make reservations. That's your best bet. And go and see Victor Flores and tell him Maria sent you. So anyway, Victor, I have to reach out. I was thinking I'm going to do it on location, go in the kitchen with Victor, do a show live from there. Wouldn't
How
that be
fun would that
fun?
be? Yeah, can I be a taste tester?
Oh, yeah. We're going to need some. So, of course, that would be a great
I
idea.
volunteer.
That's so nice of you, so selfless of you, Wendy-Lane, to volunteer. He's amazing, and he has his own company of different things. So we want to talk about that too. So Wendy-Lane, don't go far.
Okay.
We're going to zoom you out, but we're going to bring you back in, and we're going to switch you out. We're going to do a switcheroo and bring Laurie Towers in
Yay, I
to
love
talk about
Laurie.
her new adventure, her new business launch of beautiful jewelry. So, Wendy-Lane, stick around because we're going to
Okay.
bring you back and keep talking about great art. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Wendy-Lane Bailey. She's amazing and inspiring and so nice and incredibly talented and super smart. Um, when COVID hit and hit in a big way where we all had to be on lockdown, I said to myself, I'm going to lose my mind. How do I not lose my mind? So I thought of like, I want to bring together people that will inspire me creatively. Women. I focused on women in this particular class. And I in my brain, I went through women that I wanted to be with and meet on an hour, an hour or two a week, and keep writing, inspiring each other to write. And Wendy-Lane was one of those wonderful women. Lynn Portis was in the class. Jean Simpson Dunn, Stephanie, our friend Stephanie, just so many amazing, amazing people. So, that's something that I'll put out for you, especially in these hard times. Maybe get a group of people that you really love from across the country. And all these, Darcy Blakesley was in California. I had all these wonderful people that we met once a week on Wednesdays and challenged each other to write pieces. And Wendy-Lane was one of the people that wrote amazing pieces every week. So it's a great place to start. So speaking of, let's get writing, says Lynn. Yes, Lynn. Lynn's been cranking out songs like crazy amounts of songs. So Lynn, you're inspiring me, I'll tell you that much. Lynn and Chauncey Dandridge have written 3 songs just recently. Incredible. Okay. I'm going to shift for a second. So someone that works in the arts usually tends to work behind the scenes quite a bit because she helps other people. She lifts other people up and helps them. She does press, and she's an amazing agent. But she also is a bass player. She's also a writer. She's also a designer. She is also an artist of all types. So just a couple weeks ago, I saw that Laurie was posting all this jewelry. I was like, what's that? And she has created a line of jewelry. And I can't believe I don't have because I have this beautiful feather, this arrowhead that Laurie gave me. And because I'm not home, I usually have it on my desk, so I hold it up. But anyway, there it is, the arrow. I love it. That's what I have as a chain. So many different pieces. And I want Laurie to come on and tell us what her inspiration was and explain to you how you can get these pieces. In the meantime, Andy Prasky says, Sean and I say hello, Maria and Leo, and we say hello back to you. Wonderful, Andy Prasky. So what do you think, Leo? Should we bring Laurie Towers in? There she is.
Wait a second. Look at this.
Oh, wait a minute. Bring it up again. Up. You know what? Pull it back. I see John. Oh, there they are. So this is Laurie and her wonderful husband that we love, Laurie and John. They were Mr. and Mrs. November
in 2023.
2023, and are nothing but the apron.
Isn't that fun? Yeah.
Calendar. Yeah.
Right.
So. And these are 12. I mean, I have some backlogs too. If you want the old copies, you're still welcome to buy them. I have them. So I have a couple of them here still. I always order a few extras. So Laurie, now you do a million different things. I mean, we met through Lynn Portis.
Mm-hmm.
And I met you as a press agent.
Right, exactly.
That was the first thing I met you doing.
Yeah.
And you had all kinds of things happening at the Stonewall Inn,
right,
and all over the city. Now you're kind of like, not that you've given up the other stuff, but you also added this arsenal of art. So tell us about this and what were you thinking and how did it come to be and how did you follow through with that?
And here's where I always say, and you and I are the same mindset. Life hands you an opportunity. And if you're open enough to see what it is, you take it. John and I were going to the People's March in January. And I always made jewelry here and there just for myself.
Okay.
And I wanted something a little bit more radical. So I bought myself some charms, and I had battle axe earrings and all these different types of, and I'm wearing it now, and I'm wearing the arrowhead that I gave you.
Yeah, I love the arrowhead.
People were just going crazy. And I said to myself, you know what? Here's a little something. Let me get it out there. People were buying it left and right.
Wow.
With the help of Leo, who is doing wonderful things with my website,
Yes,
It's just taking off. I said to John this morning, I get orders as I sleep. This is the best thing ever. And you know what? It's a statement. It's a statement.
Yes, I love it. So, Leo, first of all, Leo did an incredible job on Laurie's website. And what is that website?
It's laurietowers.net, but the jewelry line is Axe the Oligarchy.
I love that.
And it's all, and we put a disclaimer in, we're not supporting any type of violence.
Right.
This is just symbolic in dismantling a very chaotic philosophy and power structure. That's what this is. So we're not saying go out and get axes and daggers and blah, blah. But these are beautiful. I mean, I have these wonderful daggers and beautiful, beautiful. Look, Leo's showing us. Thank you, Leo.
Yes, Leo. That's what I was hoping you do when you did. He's unbelievable, Leo.
Yeah, he is.
So Leo designed the website for Laurie. By the way, Leo is a gun for hire. If you ever need your,
is he amazing?
He's amazing. He did mine. He runs my website, mariagentili.com, and then he created the What's the Story with Maria website, which you can get all our podcasts direct from that.
Yes, he did the same for mine. Yes.
Yep, he's incredible. So please go and check out anything Leo does. But so now the word is out. People are, and so you have different chain lengths. I know.
I designed the chains. Yeah, I cut the length. I have different silver. Now we have black ball metal. Then we have bronze. Now we have adjustable black and brown. And I was saying to somebody this morning, the inventory has tripled since I first started. Wow. So it's basically getting the inventory out. We have bracelets. We have everything.
Now, Laurie, so it's, as you said, I mean, to me, these are, yes, you could say I don't see them as weapons of I see them as defending yourself, like empowerment, right? But I also, there is definitely a theme of American Indian.
Yes. Thank you.
Did you mean to do that?
I didn't mean to do that, but that is part of our history. And again, there are so many wonderful female warriors that were Native American. Lozin, we have a couple of pieces. Sarah, we have a lot of pieces named again for wonderful women warriors, and those are two main Native American women that we're proud to support. You know,
I love that. And you know, there's so many different pieces that something or more than one thing is going to appeal to you. Now let's talk about the bracelets. These are beautiful.
Thank you. And that one says, "Well-behaved women don't." I forget what
rarely make history. I bet
rarely make history, and that's she's whiskey in a teacup. That's what that one says. Yeah. So it's cool stuff. It's empowering. It's
beautiful. And these bracelets are really light, but they're gorgeous.
Thank you.
They're really nice.
Those were the earrings I was wearing. The left one, the battle axes. Yes.
I love that. I love that. When I was a kid, that was something that was referred to like if someone,
a mother-in-law or a wife. Yes.
So funny. So I just think that is so funny.
Yeah.
What's this piece? This is gorgeous.
That's a belly ring. We have navel rings too. We literally have everything. Yes. Wow. That's an axe. It's a navel ring. We have we custom design. So if somebody says, you know what, I would love this in a bracelet or an earring, I do that. It's easy.
I love that.
It really is easy. It's not as complicated as people think.
So they're great gifts for yourself.
Yeah, they are.
And they're shiny and fun. And they're great gifts for other people. You know, if you want to give something that's so original, I love it. And now what's John saying? Plus keychains. Oh,
keychains too. Thank you, baby.
Oh, I love that.
He's always thinking keychains too. Keychains too. Yes. For the men who don't wear jewelry, we have keychains. So, and I have John's sporting my earring, and I have to give Bill Goffey his. Chauncey was wearing the rainbow dagger that we just came up with.
I know.
So, and I'm sending our Leo something soon. So yeah. So we're covering all the bases.
Yeah, this is really, really great. So how much time do you need if somebody orders something?
Well, if I have the inventory, have the charms and everything in, usually I could ship something within a week.
Okay, good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So give yourself, about a week to 10 days.
Yeah.
Gift, I would say,
Yeah.
and that way you get it in time. Also, depending on where you're sending it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
So-
it's great stuff. And what's the best thing about this is, jewelry can either be just a wonderful adornment, but it's a conversation piece. It could be empowering, depending on you have something that's meaningful to you that was given to you by somebody, but it also is a conversation piece. I could walk into a store, and this is why I adore this.
Yeah.
And people say, "Oh my God, I love those earrings." Here's my business card. And if I don't know where they stand politically,
right,
go to my website. I'm not going to give you the 15-second elevator pitch.
Right.
Go to my website and you'll
But
see
you know
what
what?
it's about.
And I really want to put this out there because
Go ahead.
did you see the Academy Awards?
I saw part of it.
Not the Academy Awards. I'm sorry, the SAG Awards.
Yeah.
So Jane Fonda, her acceptance speech was so beautiful on so many levels. But my favorite part of it was that she said we must have empathy for not just our side of things. What I saw when she was talking was that we open our arms and we start to bring each other in. She said we're going to need a big tent. We're going to need
That's exactly right.
So we have to make sure we have a bigger tent. So it's not just us against them. That's what I think makes me so angry because they've split us, they've divided us, and now we're fighting, right? Which means they get what they want. We did the dirty work for them. So if we start to really meet in the middle, because there's a lot we have in common, we're just going to take care of mankind, take care of our earth, take care of our seniors, take care of our babies, take care of each other. Bring community. It's community.
That's right.
And
Absolutely.
I feel like that's what these pieces are about too.
Yeah, and one of my favorite quotes. I love Mother Teresa, and one of my favorite quotes from her is, "If we have no peace, it's only because we've forgotten we belong to each other." And I say that all the time. I say that all the time, and that's it. Again, I could disagree with you, but we don't have to disagree by throwing a table at each other, by slapping each other, by demeaning each other. We could just go our separate ways. Okay, you know what? Say hello to the family and just keep it civil. We've forgotten if we ever knew how to do that. Maybe we didn't. But I think
we had more before when there was so much social media and so much that we could. It's just this has been the worst of times, and the last the division has been so bad.
I agree.
So yes, Leo.
I want to say that we have been that way. Hey, my love. But I think that people have taken advantage of that, and they reverse that on us.
Of course.
And whereas we still want to remain peaceful, we still want to remain giving and caring and empathic to everybody. It's being used against us by these people who are playing victim now. Oh, but you say this and this and this, and that's where the break has been.
Right.
Yeah, but they've been manipulated.
Right,
it's worse than we have. So we have to. What I'm trying to do is just remember that. And I just I was very moved by Jane Fonda's speech.
Yeah.
It wasn't like us against
she's
them.
lived it. Living history proves that she's lived it.
I mean, she was born in the late 40s, early 50s.
Yes,
She's been arrested how many times?
Yeah.
What women, the trajectory and just the ups and downs of all that. So let's be inspired by each other. Now
She's a Fonda.
She is a Fonda. Let's bring back Wendy-Lane.
Wendy-Lane is in my ears.
I love it. Hi, Wendy.
I was actually named after the associations, Wendy. For those of you, it's spelled differently, but I was named after that and Wendy and Peter Pan.
Oh, I love that.
So I was named after musical things.
Look at you.
I love that. That's fantastic. I love that. Everyone knows it's Wendy. Says Wendy.
I used to hate it when I was little. They'd play that song and I'd run and hide because. No,
but that's like whatever your name is, like Maria. Everybody always sang every Maria song you could, but
the most beautiful sound I've ever heard.
Well, that's nice. That's the way you sing it, but sometimes it's frightening.
Well,
Okay.
there's one. The only cool song about a Wendy is the Bruce Springsteen one. Is it
Which
Thunder
one?
Road or is
Oh.
it the
Oh,
String Guards? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When he's
Born
just
to Run. Born to
Born to
Run.
Run. Thank you.
Yeah.
Born to
I always
Run.
yeah.
That's great. Bruce is so cool, isn't he?
Bruce Juice. Yeah.
So many great songwriters. And we were so lucky. Like our
He needs an
era.
earring.
He does need, I bet he
I
could
should.
really
He
rock
wears them.
He
He
would,
wears
he would
them.
wear them. Yeah, he would wear them. Yeah.
He
Thank
does.
you, Leo. I will think
All right,
of
I'm
that.
going to take a second to do the food section of our show, as I like to do, because then I get to eat it after the show.
What is
So usually when I'm out in Jersey, I don't get to cook because, well, Judy's having her kitchen redone anyway. But so I always get something in Jersey that I love. So she is Cuban. I do love Cuban food. So this is a Cuban. I know. This is a Cuban.
good.
Look at that.
Oh.
Nice.
So I'm thinking that's going to have like shredded pork in it.
Oh.
That's usually what it is. It's like a delicious shredded pork, but this is baked. So it's not as bad as a fried. I love an empanada.
That's nice.
To me, anything that you can just hold in your hand. I love like a beef patty. I'm going to create something that I have to make something that. And this is a papadriena, which is a potato. Like, you know, the Italians do the rice balls. Well, the Cubans do like potato, and they put picadillo inside, which is ground beef with raisins and onions. It's
olives and
yes, and
sofrito. Oh,
you know, Leo. So that's a papadriena. This is an empanada, and then this is like a mango pineapple kind of chutney, and this is a pico de gallo and a little guacamole. So that's what I'm having. I'm so excited about that. And then because I am
if my electricity goes out, it's because I'm drooling on my keyboard. So
I know, Leo. Me and you, forget about it. We could never be roommates. We'd be 4,000.
Go ahead. Keep eating.
But you know that, and I've said this before. Every roommate or girlfriend or anybody that's ever lived with me has gained at least 40 pounds. That's no lie. And been very upset about it. But they do keep eating. So what do you want? But and then this, because I'm in Jersey, and my favorite bakery in Jersey is a Turkish bakery called Saray, Saray. It's on I believe Anderson Avenue. There's lots of them, but there's one on Anderson Avenue in Cliffside Park. But just look up Turkish bakery. And this one, Saray, is outstanding. This is little baklava here. They have like 6 different kinds of baklava. They're everything's made. It's a 24-hour bakery. So they are cooking 24 hours. And what I love about it is because I work nights, I can just drive in there at 4 or 5 in the morning. And they make everything savory.
It's fresh at 4 or 5 in the morning.
It smells divine. So, and I love mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
I'm all about the mom and pop shop.
Support them. Yeah.
So, okay, let's. Laurie, I do want you to talk about your Joey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe Preston. If Leah doesn't have it, we're doing a book launch, birthday celebration of this book, Warhol superstar Jackie Curtis Undressed. That's going to be March 10th at 7:00 at Pangea.
Oh,
everybody we know what Pangea is. And this is what this is what I'm
like 9th, I think.
178 Second Avenue.
178.
And it's from 7:00 on. I don't know when it's gonna. When we're stumbling home, that's when it's going to stop. But what we're doing now, also, what my firm is doing is we're bringing all these books that could have been banned and probably will be banned to the front. And this is where you and I came in, Maria. Alexis Hunter came out with this book, Joy Lansing, A Body to Die For.
Oh my God, it's such a good book.
And actually, we're actually going to Broadway with this. I'm looking for playwrights. This has to be told. And this is the time. The climate is hot. We're going to do this. So there's a Netflix treatment, but I'm actually bringing it down here. If she lived on the east side, it'd be a lot easier. But I'm looking for playwrights, and we're going to take this to Broadway. But these are books that could be banned. This was Closeted Hollywood back in the 50s, and how insidious behavior kept these two women closeted, being portrayed as brother, sister and sister, but also one of them died of breast cancer because she needed to keep up with an industry that supported a certain look and always does.
Right.
So there
Wow.
we
I
go.
love the book.
Yeah, you liked it, right?
Oh, I loved the book. I
Mhm.
read the book and then I listened to the audiobook.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Yeah,
audio was great too. Yeah.
the audio is great too, but I love to do that. It's just a
Hmm.
thing I do. But sometimes I just listen to it because I drive quite a bit, and I'd
Yeah,
rather listen to an audiobook than listen
I
to
agree.
the.
Yeah.
So that's great. Go and get that. That is a body, Alexis Hunter,
A Body to Die For.
Body to
Yes.
Die For, and it's about Joy
Joy
Lansing.
Lansing. Yeah.
You will know from the 50s and 60s, she was in everything. She was
Yeah.
gorgeous,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous. And you will, when you look at the pictures, you're like, I remember her.
You'll remember
She had a
immediately. Yes.
secret life, and this book is about that life. Wendy-Lane, please remind us of all the amazing things that are happening at United Solo. When does it start? In case somebody just joined us.
If you're just joining us, we open on March 18th and we run through April 20th, which is our closing gala, which is always a fun time. And between those two dates, we have some amazing solo theater for you from all over the country and around the world. And my show on March 22nd, Remembering My Dreams, the Michelle Browerman Songbook. And if you've ever wanted to stretch your stuff on 42nd Street, come to our open mics, which are every Sunday at 3 o'clock. And it's
Wow, and
just
you're there
this.
every day, Wendy-Lane.
I am there every day. I do the curtain speech before every show except
Oh
mine.
my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hectic, but we love it. And again, now is the time for stories. We need our stories um to make us feel better, to make us feel less alone. This is my mission in life. This is, it's not just a job for me, it's a calling.
You know what? Something just popped into my head, and I'm going to say it because when you were saying about the stories, I I am one of those people that really does sometimes get the life sucked out of me by what's happening in the world. I get really angry. And what you just said, this is what I thought. Don't let them steal your joy and don't let them steal your story because it's your story to
That's right.
tell. And I'll speak for myself. If I get so involved in the calamity and the cruelty of what's happening in the world, I forget my own existence and that I am important and my friends are important and my family and the animals around me are important and that we need to lift each other up and just continue to put wind in each other's sails because that is going to be going on no matter what.
And the big thing that came out of for me, that came out of the Kennedy Center coup is that what they want is they want to control who can tell stories. They
Right.
want, and we cannot let that happen because it's not the facts and figures that change people's minds. It's sitting in the theater, seeing a real honest story being told
Yep.
and making that visceral connection and being I can't tell you how many times I've been in a theater and had my mind changed about something or walked out and
Absolutely.
gone, I've never thought about it that way. But and that's what we can't let them take our joy, and we can't let them take, yeah, absolutely, do not let them take our
Nope.
stories, because every one of us has a story, whether we're LGBTQ or a woman or an immigrant or just every person has a
Yeah.
story.
And they're
Yep.
different, even if they're under the umbrella of all those things you
Right.
mentioned,
Yep.
and everyone has a story. Everyone has a story, And so I just love what you just said. That really inspired me. And I thought, wow, yeah, that's what I'm gonna leave. That's gonna be my thought for tonight. Don't let them steal your joy. Don't let them steal your story. Now, I always ask my guests to leave us with something inspirational, which you have been doing all night long.
Oh, good.
But for our
I'm
last
not done.
thought, I know it's 2 minutes almost. If someone is struggling right now, creatively or otherwise, and they need to be inspired, they feel like, oh, I can't get anything done. What would you tell them about staying creative? Or so, Leo, I'm going to start with you. Then we'll go to
Oh, that's
Laurie.
not fair. I have something for the end.
Come on.
Oh, he's such a baby.
I have something prepped for the end that inspired me actually this week.
Okay, so let's
look for the. I mean, I can do it for you now. I'll show it to you.
Yes,
look for
please.
the little things. Sometimes you got to look for the little signs, and this was a little sign this week for me. Was the Army, the military band at the governor's ball, and coming out and singing a song that I think we need. And if you don't know Les Miserables, it's about the people that have suffered under the rich and the famous. And this is the army singing it at the governor's ball, where there was many Republican politicians, and they hit the high notes, baby.
Oh,
I mean, they went for it.
Leo, I have chills.
And that inspires me, because the power of music. They're in there, no microphones, and those people are feeling that music go through them.
Yes. Oh my God, Leo! I didn't know you were going to. That is gorgeous. Yep. Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you, and that's why we have veterans.
Nice.
That's why we support our military.
Nice.
All branches, all out of it.
Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely, 100%. Laurie, what would you leave us with tonight?
After that, I'm going to go with one of my favorite quotes from Brecht. Will there be singing in the dark time? Yes, there will be singing about the dark times. And I think that's what we have to keep in mind. We are in a time where we could be I Am Spartacus. We can be what we always imagined watching films. We could have each other's back. We are part of history. And if we ever forget that, just turn on a film, a controversial film, and it'll come back to you and realize this is where we do it for our grandchildren, for our great-grandchildren. So there will be singing in the dark times.
Oh, I love that. Love that. Wendy-Lane?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, another film you should watch is Elia Kazan's A Face in the Crowd.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know this.
That will knock you out. It's terrifying, and it's the best thing Andy Griffith ever did.
Absolutely.
But
really,
yeah, it was shocking to see him doing it.
That was Kazan's genius. He always
Patricia Neal was amazing in that. You have to see it. You have to see it.
And Walter Matthau and Lee Merriweather. It's just amazing. So that's a side note, but we often think, we have to devote hours a day to being creative. Really, just sit down and, write a sentence, sing a note, do one small thing every day that makes you feel happy and productive and creative. And then find your people and reach out to make sure that you're staying in touch with your tribe right now. You need it. Even it's just, I have people that will text me in the middle of the night, and that just, I love that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know they're out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm awake for it. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I wake up in the morning. I'm like, oh, they text. Oh, wow. That's so nice.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. I love that. And write things down. Like I have so many little pieces of paper all over my apartment of things I thought of at that moment and wrote down. But it's okay, because
I'm the notebook queen. I have notebooks everywhere.
See, Leo?
Oh, yeah. That too. I have so many notes in my phone when I have a thought. So many. If you ever want money, if I die before you guys, the songs are in the phone.
Oh, all right. Good to know.
We know.
Some recipes.
I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for inspiring me tonight. I needed it, and I got it. I got what I needed. And everybody, if you're, this show goes live every Tuesday from 9 to 10 Eastern. we're so glad you're here. And we have lots of great shows. If you want to listen to us on podcasts, just go to what'sthestorywithmaria.com, designed by Leo Rodriguez. And it's got every single podcast platform you could imagine. And just go and click on. Also, you can follow us on Facebook Live, and we're archived on YouTube. All our shows are on What's the Story with Maria on YouTube. So 300 and how many episodes now? 84?
87.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. We love and appreciate you, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Let me get to my